Okay, we're going to go over a lesson on parallel lines. Okay, parallel lines are lines that do not cross or intersect at any point and are not the same line. They have the same slope and they're the same distance apart. So to determine if two lines are parallel given the graph, your first step is to determine the slope of the line. And remember, we use the rise over the run. The second step, if both lines have the same slope, then they are parallel. Okay, so let's look at these lines. Let's first look at line A. So we're going to determine the rise first, and it goes up 3 spaces. So for line A, our rise is 3, and our run is 1. And then we are going to determine the rise over the run for our second line. So for line B, we're going up 3 and over 1 space. So they have the same slope. So because of that, we can say they are parallel. All right, so let's try another example. So let's find the slope of both of these lines. So the slope of line A here, the run is 2 and the rise is 3. So that is the slope. So we said the rise is 3, the run is 2. So 3/2 is the slope. And then for B, we find that the rise is 2 and we're going over 1. These lines have different slopes, so they're not parallel. Okay, so to determine if two lines are parallel given 2 points, you're going to calculate the slope of each line using the 2 points given. If each line has the same slope, then the lines are parallel. Okay, so for this, you need to use the slope formula. So slope formula is y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. Okay, and then I'm going to plug them into the formula. So I'm going to do -1 minus a -19. And then -18 minus -17. So remember, when you have double negatives, it turns into addition. So -1 plus 19 is 18. And -18 plus 17 is -1. So we just found this was line A. So we're going to do for the same for line B. So I'm going to take -13 minus 5 and then 1 minus 0. So -13 minus 5 equals -18. And 1 minus 0 is 1. Their slopes are the same, so the lines are parallel. Okay, let's do this last example. So we're still going to use the slope formula. So y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So 1 minus -17 all over -6 minus -20. So for here, again, we have double negatives, so we have to do addition. So this is line A. We get 1 minus 17. That gives us 18. Negative 6 plus 20 is 14. Now this can be reduced. 18 and 14 can be divided by 2. So we can do 9/7 as our slope. Now I'm going to do line B. So B is 8 minus 1 all over 9 minus 0. 8 minus 1 is 7. And 9 minus 0 is 9. Now, notice we got the same numbers, but our fractions are flipped. So we have 9/7 and 7/9. They're not equivalent. They're not the same, so these lines are not parallel.